Hello there, hello, good evening, good morning, good day to everyone watching. This is Swift in Riposte, and welcome to episode 10. That's it, 10? Can't believe it, I've made 10 episodes of DadCraft. Woohoo! That is like 3 hours of programming. If not more, maybe over, well, I think maybe closer to 4 hours now because some of these are longer. So, thank you all for putting up with me for 10 episodes. It's really appreciated. I thank you for all the likes and the comments and the shares. And, please keep going. I'm enjoying doing this. It's been something new to me, but let's keep going. So, thank you all very much, and on with today's work. So, last time we got round to planting everything. In the time between episodes, I planted some sugarcane up the walls. Some of it started to grow. I've done a couple of lighting checks. I also have been expanding my cocoa beans a bit, and there's another one growing to maturity. So let's go and harvest that now and stick up some more cocoa beans. Oh dear, nope, not what I wanted. So let's try that again. That broke a bit easily the first time, I think, didn't it? Or is that just me? Maybe stronger than I look, clearly. So, cacti down there, and I'm going to leave all of this to grow fully. And I think some of these things are, of course, on a bit of a random tick speed and all of that, so you can't really take on the short term if things don't grow. So I'm going to give it a good length of time, and then come back and see if anything is not growing, and then look at sort of lighten things there. However, as discussed at the end of last episode, today's plan is to expand the entrance here. I want to make it a few blocks wide, a bit of a sort of open entrance jobby. So let's get on with that. So unfortunately, first thing is going to clear out some of my nice wall here, which is a shame. But that's excellent. So then let us grab those. How wide do I want this? Well, I'm definitely going to go that block there. Let's get rid of the door. And whilst I'm doing this, I thought today I'd talk about creativity and the sort of myth of talent. I say myth, we'll come to that in a bit, and a few of those things. So, why to talk about that? Well, I think Minecraft, one of its things it's really fantastic about is it makes it very easy to be creative, especially people who find it difficult to be creative, or, and again I use the word in inverted commas, don't think they've got the talent to be creative. They can find it difficult drawing, or maybe singing, or playing an instrument, or performing, or anything. So many creative industries out there, and many people they're worried. They're not good enough. They can't sing, or they can't draw, or any of these sort of things. So, whereas Minecraft, I think, because of its sort of nice sort of blocky thing, because all of the drawing stuff's done for you, you find it much easier to sort of create things and build things that are nice, that are attractive to look at, that are pretty. And I think for a lot of people, me being one of them, though I do try to be creative in other ways, and I can talk about that in a bit of pieces going on. It does make it easier, and it helps. So there's that, and I think it's because I think, now coming to my philosophy on it, that people who are, in inverted commas, talented, that on a, should we say, sort of genetic level, whatever, there's not like a gene for talent, really. I think it's more people are willing to put in the thankless hours to get good at something. And sort of I think, the old phrase is that to be a virtuoso, you need to do something for 10,000 hours. And that's not always 10,000 enjoyable hours. That is often 10,000 hours of, where was I? Distracted then. It's 10,000 hours of being rubbish, of just drawing and drawing and drawing, being rubbish at things, throwing pieces of paper away, playing an instrument that no one's to hear because you're scratchy and you're out of time, but just having the persistence and the blooded mindedness just to keep going and keep pushing, and that will to get better and that patience too. And over days, weeks, months, years, they do get better, and then people start sort of saying they're talented when it's probably sort of belying a bit the amount of hard work they've put in. So I think don't necessarily it sort of detracts from the amount of effort and sort of time they struggled. So I always think try to avoid the word talented and say more that they put the time and effort into that. And there's definitely maybe sort of personality types you find that easier. And that is maybe something more genetic, that some people are more disposed to enjoying that sort of just time spent just trying and pushing along and struggling and trying again, willing to fail and going for it, whereas others, it's not right or wrong, but prefer, so we say, that sort of quick rush of adrenaline of just sort of getting good at something, or maybe willing to sort of, or not so willing to put those hours in, or not able to. It's so we're all wired differently. So yeah, so I think for people to get, shall we say, talented to a level where people could say, again, sorry, I always couch that like in inverted commas, talented, in a way where people say it, and to a way where they can be very successful. I'm sure there's many, if not a majority, of the successful artists and musicians and actors and all of that of this world are that maybe that sort of time they're of the mindset that they're willing to put this long hours in and struggle and persist. So I think that's one thing Minecraft has sort of helped break a bit for a lot of people, me included, that I'm not someone who can just trudge and trudge and trudge and trudge and just do that sort of thankless repetitive tasks, all that practicing and not being very good, and just keep going and keep trying again and still not being very good. Unfortunately, it's just not my mindset. I'm very much someone who enjoys being much more sort of active, and if I'm not good at something, I'll probably give up and try something else. It's just it's my mindset, and sometimes it's great for some things, getting things done, being proactive, and it's rubbish for other things. And there's all sorts of differences there. So, so yeah, I think that's one of the many good things that Minecraft has brought us. But on the sort of subject of talent, I think still, shall we say at the extreme end, if you get some people are probably do have that natural predisposition, shall we say, to be talented, as it were, and that's where it's. But I think that is at the extreme end, like people who sort of put the tens of thousands of hours in, and then they just have that sort of 1% on top, as it were. I don't want that there, did I? That, or 2% on top, which takes them from being, very, the hours of practice paying off and being extremely practiced and proficient, to that sort of virtuoso level, the sort of absolute best at what they do. People who think, they're sort of trying to think, I'm not going to sort of throw too many names out there because people, there's different sides, but I don't know whether it's you can say Mozarts of this world and their historic time, or I don't know, someone like Nigel Kennedy on the violin, that sort of level of extreme proficiency that is rare and is special. I think they put the hours in, and then they've got that bit as well, whether it's the sort of slightly better motor neuron skills, or slightly better musical ear, or just that slightly better colour vision for an artist. Who can say, where it takes them from being extremely proficient to then that level of absolute best in the world virtuoso. And I think that is something rare, but they had to put the hours in as well. If they'd have just been sort of a slightly okay average person if they didn't. So that's another side of it there. But where was I going with that? But yeah, no. So I think to bring it back, Minecraft, it's great because it's sort of for those of us who want to be creative and do creative things, but just don't have that energy, that creative to be willing to put up with being bad and struggling, and don't have that persistence, it does give us a chance to actually do something creative and turn around and think, hang on, I designed that, I made that, I put the hours in, and it was a lot fewer hours and didn't have these sort of frustrating hours of being rubbish for a long time, but I did that. And I think that's why it attracts a large chunk of the people to it, why it is so much a shared thing. I'm one of almost, functionally infinite people creating Minecraft videos on here, and that's great. That it's probably appealed to people, and should we say, people often who get very good at computer games. Some of them again are no doubt brilliantly talented people and have other proficiencies, but others, say like me, aren't. And maybe sometimes playing computer games and being good at a computer game is sort of our way of feeling talented, even though it's not a I don't like that there, a common thing to be talented in. So I think it has opened up the doors, and you see so many sort of wonderful creations. So yeah, that's my thesis for today, as it were. Again, how have you found it? Have you found that Minecraft, if you are, shall we say, a naturally, not naturally, sorry, I moved away from that. If you are someone who has sort of put the hours into a skill and are extremely proficient, and play Minecraft, how do you find that? Or if you're someone, say like me, who struggled with sort of putting those hours in and it's not been for you, have you found that Minecraft has sort of brought out something in you and helped in that respect? Is that what I want there? Again, moving to the build side of it here. Can I put a corner stair in? Actually, I want to break that one up a bit. Let's put that one in. Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted. And can I do the same there? Yes. That looks a bit better. Can I put a corner stair in there as well, actually? What would a corner stair there look like? Yeah, that looks better. And but yeah, it'd be interesting to hear my viewers' thoughts. So please do let me know. Have I struck a nerve, or am I a million miles away from the mark? And is there a better way to discuss these things? That looks good. I think that looks sort of blends in nicely there. I'm going to punch that block out, and I'm going to put some candles in there, and I think maybe that one and that one. Oopsie, nope, that. Put some candles in there. I've picked up some couple of candles, so I can get those. I think as well I'm going to do the old moss block trick in a couple of places here, and some. Actually, yeah, let's. I don't want to hit too much of the sandstone I just placed, but I think if I do that, we'll see where we get to here. Do those there. I'm going to put a moss block just there and bone meal it and see what I get at the front. But I think also in a way for me I'm all not just someone who's, shall we say, I'm probably at the other end. There's people who have a virtuoso talent, and then there's maybe people who genetically just bodies aren't quite there to do it. And I sometimes feel I'm another one. I've spent years and years and years trying to learn guitar. Maybe sometimes not the most structured way, but putting hours in the effort, and I've never got that far, and I still find it difficult. I don't think I'll ever be any good, though I enjoy practicing and trying. So maybe that's another side of the coin as well, but we'll see there. And what did I want? I wanted more candles. I'm going to have to go and make some more candles. I can do that in a minute. So, I think, yeah, I've sort of run out of steam on that idea. I was hoping it would take me the full episode. Ooh, yeah. And then I want to break into a couple of these and bring some of the stone forward. Let's do that and that. But I want to move that azalea. I think I'm going to take down this grass because it's a sort of well-trodden area. Actually, I may replace some of this now with grass blocks. Yeah, let's do that. Because I want a bit of a well-trodden path here. So if someone's coming around here, you'd walk there, there. Let's go there, there, there. I have to be careful, of course, because you want a path block next to what you're going to use as a light source, or else you sort of see the torch through it, and it doesn't work nearly as well. But that should work. Let's go and get my grass blocks. And also, these moss blocks, again, have been fantastic for people who aren't so creative like me. It's almost like creativity in a block. You place it down, you spruce it or bone meal it, and suddenly you've got something to start from. You've got a lovely piece of made up ground that you can pretty. I actually want to make some of those into stone blocks, didn't I? Because that would then blend it better. So where's my stone? There's my stone. Let's replace the grass. And also I think, things like the moss block really help because, again, it's so much easier to make something if you've got a start point. I think I've discussed this in a previous episode, that coming up with an idea is often the hardest bit. Whereas if you've got an idea to start with, you can always edit it and change it and feed back on it. And then that's going to be oh, that is a torch already. Excellent. Whereas, yeah, if you've got to starting from scratch is the most difficult. So that moss block really does help with that. Because then I can do this, I can do that. And that looks better. I think I'll have do I have any grass? I'm going to stick a couple of bits of grass just around there, maybe a flower. And really get that blend in very smoothly. But yeah, so other than that, I think, what else is there to discuss really? Well, due to the wonders of YouTube scheduling and me actually being a little, should we say, ahead of the game in terms of my planning, I'm actually on holiday when this video releases. I've got a week off work with my wife and my little boy, and I'm going to stay with my mother and my stepdad down in South Devon, which is going to be absolutely wonderful. Go there every year. It's a really, really beautiful part of the country, and I love it. And so my little boy's now been there a few times, and he loves it as well. Go to see the beaches, go paddling in the sea, go on boats, throw stones at rock into the sea, all that sort of lovely thing, which is great to do as a family. So I've got that. I'll be there now, so that's to look forward to after recording this. Not far away, about a week away now, and I really am excited for that. I did do a torch down there. I need to light those candles. So that's going to be me this week, and then the Friday's episode will be similar. That will also be a scheduled one, and probably the first couple next week. Though I say that I've been running probably about an episode, 2 episodes ahead so far. So it's why sometimes if you do comment in a video, I try to feedback to the comment, but it may take me a couple of videos until I feed back in a video or change something. But that's why, because I'm trying to take a bit of pressure off myself and not be rushed, that I can do these in my own time and keep them to be enjoyable. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, flint and steel. Let's light those candles. And then I think that's going to be job done in this area. That looks really good. Even if I say, oh, I need more candles as well. So I need some beeswax. I need my... Did I get any beeswax before? Where is my beeswax box? Oh, I've got plenty, so I need that. And I need some string. let us make some candles. Actually, oh, 3 candles, not 4. And then put these there. It also makes it look a bit, if you've got some, I found is if you've got some, shall we say, genuine light, even if candles aren't the brightest light, it gives it some realism when actually the light's coming out of the ground, but you don't necessarily know that, and it looks like the candles are lighting it well, so. Ooh, and maybe a dead bush or 2. I think just a dead bush and a tree bush. I think dead bushes, oh, they're decorative plants, aren't they? I think a dead bush, and then let us get some leaves. We'll go with some jungle leaves. Oh dear, I'm out of space. I'll have to ask for that in a minute. So don't you fret, if you keep watching, then that'll go away. Let's put that there, that looks good. Some jungle leaves just there. No, actually I have to move the jungle leaves. Where did I put my hoe? There. They look better there. Yeah, that looks more like it, and that sort of brings nicely into the decor in here. Excellent. Now to look from this side, I didn't really check that, but that needs to be sort of built across there, doesn't it? Just to look like it's more fitting. I don't think that looked quite right from that side. So it's sort of maybe actually. Now what if that block is just missing totally? Oops. I do want the stone block there though. Where did that go? There. And then, but I'm going to put in a sandstone block there. Then that looks a bit. And actually do a staircase. Yeah, I think I can put a staircase there to maybe make it look like a bit sort of something sort of chipped off a bit ruined. Yeah, that's more like it. And maybe there as well. Actually, let's put a staircase in the corner. Let's make it a corner staircase. I said, or won't this work now? Because no, can't have a corner staircase there. Apparently, there must be a way to do it, but I don't know how. So it could just be that sort of a staircase. Yeah, that sort of breaks up the textures a bit. There we go. So you don't seem to be growing. But I don't think the light levels are playing that, because if I look at the light level here, where am I? I've got light level 8, and they're growing in an 8. That's light level 10, and that's light level 12. So I think that's just tick issues rather than, I'm saying, I think it's just pure luck on the game tick there, because all of these are in totally like light levels others are in, but they're not growing. Let's have a look over here. Ooh, light level 7, that may be an issue there. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. But other than that, do I have my... I do. I can actually... I think most of these look okay, though. Yep, so I think it's maybe just here. Need another light, but easily done. Hopefully that will now grow. So I'll just do I need to sort my inventory out, don't I? I've sort of picked up all sorts from doing that entrance, which I'm quite glad of, actually. That looks... It blends it nicely. I didn't really like the door, and I think that sort of gives a much nicer feel to it. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Let's empty my inventory, go and sleep, and then I'll do a cocoa harvest, and then probably say farewell for the day. Oh yeah, there's that iron to break up stone blocks. Though it's not necessarily the most exciting thing, it does feel very, very therapeutic just to do all your tidying away at the end of the day. And it definitely makes a big difference having everything where I need it. especially jobs like this, I'm not spending hours scratching around for bits. I can just go to the chests I need and pull out all the bits and pieces. Did I put the flowers back? I think I did, but the grass needs to go back. Some seeds in there. Put the jungle leaves back where they went. Oak leaves go up there. Grass block goes there. Moss block, I think that was misc vegetation, wasn't it? And so it's the moss carpet. Red sand. In my red sand box. Pumpkins and melons. Actually, whilst it's night time, I think I'll just go and double check how it all looks at night. I can also... Ooh, my biscuit and items can go away. My flint and steel. Let's grab... Oh, my sea lanterns. And also the other advantage of being very fastidious in putting things away is you're not worried about losing everything you're dying, because all you lose is what's on you and not an inventory full of useful items. So another reason why I'm always keen to get things away, because I don't want to say lose both of my very enchanted pickaxes, for example. That would be an absolute nightmare. So does the lighting here look good? Yeah, that's nice and bright, isn't it? Don't want to take any blocks on top there. No, I'm okay with that actually. I think it'd look a bit weird if I start trying to arch it too much, because it won't fit in with the build really. Do I have anything? I do have iron smelting away. How's my stash here looking? Oh, there's loads in there. So, thank you very much everyone. It's been fantastic to have 10 episodes and have some sort of growing viewers and subscribers. Please do keep watching. Please do keep sharing. Keep telling your friends. I'd love this channel to grow. Whether or not it gets anywhere near a big channel, but it's just nice that people watch this, and I do get comments saying you enjoyed it, it's relaxing, you like my ramblings, or even what I can ramble about next time. So I'll leave it there. Thank you very much everyone. I'll wish you farewell and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.